ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Some members of the Bahamas senior men's national basketball team today headed off for Puerto Rico. The team will compete in the third leg of the FIBA Americas 2022 qualifier tournament. Named to the squad are players Travis Munnings, Aaron Lavarity, Tavario Miller, David Nesbitt, Dominic Bridgewater, Jerron Cornish, Godfrey Rowe III, LJ Rose, Michael Thompson, Nashad Mackey, Michael Carey Jr., Deshaun Taylor, and Kentwan Smith. Head coach is Mario Bolag. He's assisted by Perry Thompson and Moses Johnson. Team Bahamas will take on Puerto Rico, who they lost to 91-85 in the second leg of the qualifier. They also lost to the United States 99-59. The Bahamas enters the final leg with a 1-3 win-loss record. In collegiate basketball, Bahamian Kai Jones and the Texas Longhorns are making a strong case for their NCAA March Madness bid in a couple of weeks. In an in-conference game, the 13th-ranked Longhorns defeated the unranked TCU Horned Frogs 70-55 on Saturday past. The win pushes Texas' season record to 13-5 and 7-4 in the Big 12 Conference for fourth place overall. Forward Kai Jones scored 7 points in 27 minutes of playing time in the victory. Texas' next game is tomorrow night versus Buddy Hield's alma mater, Oklahoma University. Game time is 9 p.m. The Hawkeye Big Ten Invitational Indoor Track and Field Meet was held in Iowa City this past weekend. Competing for Purdue University, Bahamian senior triple jumper Tamar Green, despite fouling on 3 of his 6 jump attempts, Green was still able to win the event with a best leap of 15.57 meters or 51 feet 1 inch. Now heading into the competition, Green was the top-ranked jumper with a mark of 16.17 meters. Also competing in that same meet was another Bahamian, senior high jumper Giles Etienne, who competed for Indiana University. Unlike Tamar, Giles' results were somewhat disappointing. Passing on the first 4 heights, Giles began jumping at 1.98 meters, but had 3 knockdowns and failed to record a height in the high jump competition. He finished in 11th position overall. Well, the local high school sporting scene losing 2 integral figures over the past week. Last week, we reported on the passing of legendary local high school basketball coach Charles Chuck Mackey. Our news team also understands that veteran statistician Kantrika Marshall, too, passed away recently. Senior sports officer in the Ministry of Education, Evan Wisdom, reflects on the pair's contributions.
And so we want to thank Mrs. Marshall for her services to the country. Her legacy is secured. She specifically worked in the area of the sports unit, in which she was an excellent staff member, and also head of our compliance department in the sports unit in the Ministry of Department of Education. With regret, the sports unit and Department of Education and the Ministry of Education also have to announce the passing of a basketball giant that was in the employ of the Department of Education, Mr. Charles Chuck Mackey. Mr. Mackey was one of the greatest high school basketball coaches in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.